What is a surefire way to get me in the mood?
Well, I'd rather not share that with the general population.
Understood.
Oh, you're talking about music.
For music.
Well, it's been a while since we did some Rush, and they're a special band for this channel, partly because it was one of the earlier groups that we did. So now we're pleasantly surprised, and we're looking forward to it a lot.
Really pleasantly surprised.
Today we're doing their 7th album. It's from 1980 called Permanent Waves.
Nice.
So this was the first time they recorded in that studio that they did when they did Moving Pictures. The one that's in the woods.
The mountainous area, the snow-covered.
Yeah, Le Studio.
Yeah.
They're starting to become a little more mainstream.
It's inevitable.
So most of their albums before this have been very proggy. And
AKA they did whatever they wanted
they
to do.
they did long epic songs. I think on this album there's less of that, although it's not totally gone. This was their most successful album to date, although I'm pretty sure that got topped by Moving Pictures, which is the next one. Would you like to see the cover of the album?
Always. I like what the wind is doing to her skirt.
That's a picture from like 1961, I think, of a hurricane in Texas. So they just took that picture and superimposed this model over it.
That would have been great if that was like a live shot. She looks so 1950s-ish. I love that you can see a sliver of her undies. Pretty sure she's braless too.
So we're going to be doing the entire album, of course. This video, we're focusing on the first song, The Spirit of Radio. We're going to be listening to the album version, of course. We'll also be checking out a live version.
Oh, fun. Yay!
From Rio, 2002.
Which stage of their hair are they in?
We've seen one from Rio before. That's the one where the first time they had been to South America and the crowd is just ridiculously large and enthusiastic. So this song was released as a single after the album came out, I believe. And I think the title was inspired by the slogan of a radio station. Around then, the FM stations were starting to cave into like commercial trends, whereas before they used to just play whatever the heck they wanted. I think this station still did that. I'm familiar with this song because it had a lot of airplay. You may not be familiar with it, though. We're not watching any video with this because there was no video for it when it came out. But I'm going to put on something for you to watch if you'd like in the background. It's a video that was made much later. Very iconic opening. Very awesome opening. I like what all the fills and he settles into this groove.
Radio? They said our name.
Up on your way, hit the open road. There is magic at your fingers. Father Spirit never lingers. Undemanding contact in your happy solitude.
It's just too fun.
It's got like a xylophone or a glockenspiel.
Emotional feedback on a timeless wavelength. Bearing a gift beyond price, almost free.
Oh, to radio.
Making modern music can still be open-hearted. Not so fully charted, it's really just a question of your honesty. Yeah, your honesty. One likes to believe in the freedom of music, but glittering prices and endless compromises shatter the illusion of integrity. Yeah. words of the prophets were written on the studio wall. A concert hall. And echoes with the sound of salesmen. Of salesmen. Of salesmen.
This is my favorite part, I think. I think that's a more commercially friendly song for them.
I didn't get that. I don't think I've ever heard that.
I could see that being big around 1980.
His voice was really clear and impeccable, though. When I did just hear the instrumental stuff, though, I was closing my eyes and I was, for whatever reason, was seeing waves crashing against breakers. And I was like, interesting. Either the cover influenced that or something subliminal in the music, which I'm all about.
I like how they mixed in that riff with the general groove, and then they mixed in the reggae, and then the chorus was a little different. Like, I like the different parts it had to it. Throwing in some reggae around then is something like the Police was doing. The Police were coming out around then too.
I didn't know what to expect.
Now we're going to watch them live. This is from Rio. This is an exciting show. We've seen at least one thing from this before. YYZ, at least. This was in 2002. It was the first time they were ever there, so the crowd was really jazzed.
Cool.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Brazil.
That's got to be a tricky opening. Not for them, but...
Great concert.
Yeah.
In Rio. People who really, really love them.
Yeah. Very rock star. I noticed they have the washing machines. Those are low-tech washing machines. Neil gets to play the glockenspiel part.
really light people too. The Brazilians don't give a fuck, they just like to party.
Love that transition.
His face is melting.
The big guitar solo melts your face, man.
That's just me. He is an amazing guitar player.
Yes, he is.
And the drumming, though, the drumming's gotta be my favorite. As usual.
Great way to finish the concert.
They're a great band.
Well, that's a great opening to the album.
Mm-hmm.
Psyched by that. We're also psyched by the fact that we have a Patreon. Check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. We have extra videos there, and some of the stuff is free, so come on by. And we are equally excited, probably more, by our patrons who are very kind to us and support us in the best way possible. We'd also like to thank those of you who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, which most of you haven't, according to the numbers, we'd appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. If you want to see us succeed, we'd appreciate it if you click that subscribe button. And we love your comments. Keep them coming. That helps as well as giving us a thumbs up on the video or sharing it somewhere. All that helps, and we appreciate it. If you'd like to leave us a one-time tip, you can do so with PayPal or the thanks button in some of our videos. Any donations of $5 or more will be recognized in our next video. And I know what our next video is going to be. It's going to be the rest of side 1.
One more thing.
Hell yeah. And we're going to see you for that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. You're a
My
Rush fan.
buddies. They're my Rush buddy.
Yeah, take care, everyone.
Honey, what makes me get in the mood?
If I
To
knew
listen to
that,
good music.
I'd be a lot happier. I'm trying to be upbeat. I just suck at it.